All right. So, how do you react when haters attack you in life, especially when you're a premed? But this could happen in any part of life. And I want to talk about how you should address haters, what you should do yourself, how you should respond to them, when you shouldn't respond to them, when to know you're doing the right thing versus the wrong thing, and when feedback is good, when it should be ignored. And that's a topic we're going to talk about today. Just briefly, if you've never watched any of these episodes, my name is Behrouz Moemeni. I'm the CEO and founder here at BMO. I'm joined with my co-host today, who is Meng, and she is one of our management team members at the consulting here at BMO.
Hi,
Meng,
everyone.
thanks so much for joining me today.
My pleasure.
Glad to have you. You know what? You just been chosen randomly, and this is a random topic, and you're coming, and we're gonna talk about haters.
Hi, my name is Janine. Sorry for the interruption. Before we get started, be sure to subscribe on whatever social media channel you're watching this so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. If you'd like to take advantage of our mentorship programs, schedule a free strategy call by visiting bmofreestrategy.com. As a quick tip, check out the timestamps in the description to navigate to specific sections of the video that you're interested in. By the way, we're giving away Amazon gift cards every week to best comments and questions, so comment below for a chance to win. Now, let's get back to the video.
And this is a really important topic because when people hate on you, and they will all the time until the day you die, you have two ways to react. You could retreat, shrivel up, or you could take it as a constructive feedback, make changes, go back better with improvement, or you could fight back, or you could, you could ignore warranted criticism. You could ignore there's so many different things to do. So what should you do? Again, if you're a pre-med, you're getting a lot of hate. I'm going to tell you about the type of hate we are getting here at BMO. I am getting as a CEO of BMO in a second, but you're probably getting a lot of hate. You're getting hate from people who, especially if you're doing well, who are not willing to put the time, money, and effort to follow their passion to become a medical doctor. And a lot of people back down once they realize, holy shit, this is gonna take so much time, money, energy. Oh my God, MCAT is hard. Oh my God, application is hard. Oh my God, I gotta have extracurricular research, blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, I gotta do that while taking a full course load. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And then they're gonna start hating on you. And the hate could be like, hey, are you in med school yet? That comment is just hateful by itself. And there could be a lot of different things, but today what I want to discuss, and then we're going to get Meng's thoughts as well. I wanted to discuss the type of hate we've been getting so that you could learn, hopefully, from my experience. And I was not always able to respond to hate as I am able to do now. So just like anything else, with hate, you get more experience how to handle it. So first thing I gotta tell you, you should be really incredibly worried if you're not getting any type of hate in any part of your life, because it means you're either irrelevant or nobody's listening to you, or you're not doing anything that's like both. So I think either of those are probably not good. You should be getting some sort of hate. Like, it's normal, it's cool. You got to be getting hate. Now, the more successful you are in whatever you do, you will undoubtedly get more hate. For example, I could go very famous people, so you could understand what I'm talking about. Jeff Bezos gets probably the most amount of hate. Elon Musk gets incredible amount of hate. You could think of some professional athletes, some celebrities. Again, famous people always get hate. Like, go on a forum and be like, oh, okay, there's people who love this person, people who hate this person. And forums actually usually most people hating. Why? Because it's just fun for people being keyboard warriors and trying to belong to somebody, and people are hating. Well, then they join and they hate. It's just part of the fun, I guess. I don't get it. I don't like it, but that's just how it is. Now, for example, as BMO has become more successful, we've been getting more and more hate. We know we started from, and I don't have an MD, I have a PhD. So that by itself gets on some people's nerves, and I don't give a shit at all, because hey, how many 5-star reviews do you have? We got more than, almost more than 5,000 5-star reviews at the time of recording this. We've helped more students get into med school than everybody else who hates on us. And we've done a fantastic job. Like, it's very hard to get that many 5-star reviews. We're not perfect, but 98%, 99%, like, what's the percentage, Meng? 98, 99% are giving us 4 and 5-star reviews. That's the level of, and I'm still not satisfied. And it's actually very appropriate for Meng to be here, because she knows exactly how unsatisfied I am, because I want to make sure that we do the best. Everybody's really busting their ass. They want to make sure the students get the best they can. And this is why we've become the most successful. And you know what? It's a lot of hard work. You can't do it as a side hustle. A lot of our competitors, the ones that hate on us on like forums, etc., it's just a side hustle for them. They're either students, or they're just, you go on their, like, Google their website and like, I'm just doing this as a side hustle, blah, 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 blah. It's not a side hustle. This is 24/7 for me. Like, I wake up 24/7, 365. So I eat, breathe, do everything that's essentially has to do with BMO, and I obsess over what the students got to do. That's why we're successful. No one can dispute that. Like, no one can dispute those almost 5,000 5-star reviews. Yet we get some hate and say, oh, they're not good. Who's judging us? You, the competitor? You, the anonymous keyboard on some forum? Who cares? That's why you should be smart. Always ask, hey, have you used BMO? Or if about something else, well, have you actually used them? If you actually ask them, most of them say, no, I haven't. Well, then what the hell are you saying? It's irrelevant. Your opinion is irrelevant. You are irrelevant. We don't really care. We only care about students who actually need our help, and those people should be happy, not you, random hater on a forum. Now, there are 3 types of haters that we've had over the years, and I'm going to tell you maybe 3 or 4 types. 3 types that are common. Competitors that are stunned how we did so well, but it's really nothing stunning. It's just really hard work. An entire group of people working really incredibly hard. Most people are not willing to do that, but for them it's stunning because they're not willing to do that. That's 1. 2 is universities or test administrators, again, not understanding how we all of a sudden know more than them, how people trust us more than them, how we've, I've created another company that has made an admissions screening tool that's far more advanced than theirs and doesn't cause the same type of bias. So that could be the reason. Again, so the type 1 and 2 haters so far is related to jealousy. That's normal. That's when you get that kind of a signal, you're on the right path, do more. The more pissed off these type of people they get, that means the better you're doing. So keep doing more. All that matters is the people you serve, not your competitors, not some random hater. The 3rd type of hater on forums are usually people who want to belong. So they just jump in. They see there is something going on, they just jump in. And then again, if you go and ask them, hey, have you used BMO before? No, I haven't. What the hell are you saying then? You wasted my time. I asked anyone had an experience with BMO, and you guys all jumped in. Neither of you have ever had. You want to find out the actual people who have actually used us? Go on Trustpilot. You will see the people who have actually used us, because that checkmark verified comes from Trustpilot. We don't control it. It's impossible. And again, you will notice, as I said, we're not perfect. Not everybody's been satisfied, but an overwhelming majority, 98%. I think that's proof enough. But again, people are still going to hit. Now, Meng, here's the one that I wanted to talk about. Now, there is a new type coming out of his shell, which is very interesting. We're now getting some forum administrators getting into this. And of course they haven't used us because they claim to be doctors. Like, for example, there's some people on SDN, which is so surprising because we've been sponsoring SDN for so long. And again, I have nothing against SDN itself, its staff. Most of its moderators are also very good. I know some of them, I've interacted with some of them, they're good, but there's a few bad apples that are very interesting. And I have some hypothesis what's happening. There's, one person who is a verified physician. I don't know that, but okay, sure, they're a physician. But the first thing I question is like, you're a physician and you have so much time to spend on these forums? Really? Like, you have this much time to come and hate on BMO, never use BMO, and you know who you are. Today, I'm being nice and not telling you who you are, but you know who you are. First of all, I have given you in previous videos a chance to come live and debate me live. But since you're a coward, you're essentially behind the keyboard, behind your computer, under some anonymous username, which I can find out your identity very easily. It's very easy to find your identity if you overstep your boundaries. So don't think for a second we can't find who you are, but I'm going to address some of those things. I'm going to assume you're just ignorant and, of course, not very intelligent, obviously. Otherwise, you wouldn't be spending so much time on random forums hating on BMO instead of actually what you're supposed to do, which is helping students. So not being very intelligent, being ignorant, here's some of the things you've been saying. One of the things you've been saying is in a very judgmental way. People have asked you, have you used BMO? You've said no, multiple times. We teach our Meng, how old are our typical students?
Anywhere between 20 and older, maybe average like 23, 24.
Early 20s. We teach early 20 kids. Most of them have more intelligence than you, that you need to be gathering all the facts and remain non-judgmental. Yet you don't understand that concept. You judge and judge and judge, which is also something baffling because you're bringing down the entire profession. It's almost like if I was in control of the body, I would take away your license. You're just not professional. A medical doctor, their first hallmark is being a good human being and being professional. Being professional means you gather all the facts before you judge. You never use our services. You have zero facts. You should remain quiet until you actually use our services. You also don't understand verified reviews, almost 5,000 on Trustpilot. So you also don't have very good intelligence. So that's another reason why I don't understand what's going on here. Now, here's some of the pretty stupid comments you've made. You've said, for example, these eyes are very disgusting because they're expensive. And because of that, they're predatory. Okay, so let's dissect this. We're disgusting because we're expensive. Expensive. Define expensive. I could go back and be like, hey, aren't you charging people? You're not a volunteer doctor. If you were, you would come and debate me here so we know who you are. You're not a volunteer doctor. Aren't you charging patients at their most vulnerable time when they're ill? Literally charging them, milking them dry of their hard-earned money when they're ill. Do I say you are unethical and disgusting? No, that's part of your profession. We're charging a fee. The fee is completely fair. It's based on our expenses. Do you know our expenses? Do you know what else we do with our money? No, you don't. So some of the things we do is, just for your information, and a lot of students know because that's how they find us originally, is Meng, for example, MCAT study group. We have a MCAT prep that's a group prep that's free. Are you offering that? I don't see that.
We
What
also
else do
have there's books which are not free, but they're basically free. And it takes hundreds and hundreds of hours to put a book with that amount of depth and all of the strategies, everything that we teach to our students who come to us for one-on-one.
and who pays for those? Do we have a staff of volunteers?
No, no,
We don't.
it's
So
our
BMO
team of
pays for them,
consultants.
and it comes from the dollars that students are willing to invest with us, and we have to pay our consultants fairly, fair market value. There's nothing less than that. In fact, maybe even more, because they do way more than just fair market work, like probably you do in your clinic to your patients. We actually go above and beyond. Again, do you have 5,000 five-star reviews even for your clinic? You probably don't. I doubt it. I guarantee that you do not. Otherwise, you would be here live with me and discussing this. So, Meng, what else do we do? Like these podcasts, normally we don't teach how to manage haters. We usually go into teaching, for example, not listening to this person. They make a lot of wrong assumptions, But we actually teach tactics that we learn in our paid training programs. What about MCAT?
Interviews, Casper.
Interview, correct. Like everything, we literally give everything knowledge away because knowledge should be free. We only charge students if they need our consultants' time one-on-one because they need to be compensated fairly. Again, your thick skull does not understand that, even though you hypocritically charge patients when they're very, very, very ill. One way or another, you're charging people who are very ill. And again, you still have the audacity to come and judge us for what we do, and we do it really well. And you know what? At the end of the day, most of our students see it as an investment. This is an investment where you pay 5,000. By the way, also our things start from free, $1. Some of those books that Meng said cost us, we've written 7 or 8 books. They cost us 20, 30,000 from start to finish. You could buy them on our website for $1. How many books have you written? Oh, wait, 0. Because you're too lazy. You're not willing to do that. You're just a lazy person who goes on a forum and hates on people that you cannot compete with. That's what it is. It's an investment. And you know what? We got different tiers. Blogs, videos, etc. are free. Our books are practically free. If you want a little more help, webinars, conferences, MCAT study room, like we do so much more than anybody else, including nonprofit organizations on the planet. Most of our stuff is actually free. Again, you don't get it because you've never been here. You don't understand it. You're just a judgmental person. That's all you are. But you could start with that. And then if you want to pay a little bit more, we got stuff for maybe $20. Then you could pay a little bit more, have a consultation, $500, then $1,000, all the way to $20,000, depending on how much the person needs help. And it's an investment. Even if you pay $20,000, in order for you to be able to get into medical school with guaranteed results, can you guarantee? Again, you cannot do that. Guaranteed results and make, on average, of course, depending on specialty and your experience level, make $250,000 every year for life. Isn't that a better investment than listening to you on a forum and then getting rejected and have nothing to show for? Of course it is. And again, it's not for everyone. That's why we got different tiers. Most of the stuff we do is even for free. What else you've said? You've said other dumb stuff. You've made comments about the limited spots. You have to keep picking on that because your thick skull doesn't understand that we actually provide a service. We don't do a mass thing where we type something on a keyboard and everybody sees it. It's one-on-one service. That means we have a limited number of spots equivalent to the number of actual consultants we have at any given point in time. And I am intentionally limiting it in order for us to make sure we give the best quality of services. Meng, how often has it happened when the quarter starts and you're like, oh my God, we don't have enough consultants. Oh my God, we don't have enough consultants.
Well, it does happen from time to time. We want to make sure that our students are, well served. So when we do that, of course, we hire, but definitely not all the time.
Yeah, so it happens a lot of times where our demand for services is a lot more than the number of consultants we actually have. We're also always playing catch up. The other thing we need to do, again, you don't understand that because you've never had a company, you probably are not even a doctor, I don't even know who you are, you're probably just a hater who doesn't understand a lot of things, but we have to limit the number of people that can also enroll at once, all in the same day. Because again, we know how many consultants we have. If we allow different tiers have different availability because they require a different level of care. If you have a program that provides unlimited support for a duration of time, that's a lot more help than a program that needs only 1 hour of a person's consultation session. So again, you don't get this because you've never run a company, but let me educate you. This is why you have to carefully calculate how many things you could sell in a given day. And if you go, and again, you've never used our services, if you do, go on our website, sign up for something, and you will see whatever tier it is, it will get reduced by 1. And then at the end, if you get all the spots are taken, it will turn into sold out, join waitlist. At midnight, it will refresh so that we could limit the number of people that could sign up for our services at any given moment in time.
I just want to say one more thing, Behrouz, which is that with consultants, they're not a product that we can just like turn up the machinery and somehow produce more, right? We're not just going to bring on anybody to do the consulting.
That's first delay.
Yeah, so we're always aiming to select the best consultants
Definitely
to
not
work
this
with our
person.
students.
This
Yeah,
will never be allowed to work with us.
so yeah, like even so when we're offering these kinds of services to students, we need to make sure that the people they're going to be working with are top tier, the creme de la creme. They're going to be 100% satisfied, and these consultants are going to know what they're doing and be able to actually produce the results that we promise to our students. And so it's not an immediate thing for us to be able to expand our team, double our team, right? Just to
100%. And again, like standards, again, when you're bringing a product, like we're still the only company that provides in educational sector that provides a simple 100% satisfaction guarantee. Like literally, we're the only company that has that. So we got to make sure everything is really good, or we're going to start losing money. How are we growing exponentially over the years? Because the products and services are good, and we have had that 100% satisfaction guarantee since 2013, since day one. We've added other types of guarantees, but the 100% satisfaction guarantee has been there since day one because we believe if we even get a little bit scared of, oh my God, are services good enough? We shouldn't offer them. Simple as that. If people are not 100% satisfied, they could get a refund. For new students, they could get a refund. I think all they got to do after their first session, they tell a consultant, if they're not happy, they get 100% refund. Done. Something you cannot offer. Let me see what other dumb stuff you've said so I can explain these to you. I'm pretty sure you still won't get it. You're probably going to go say other stuff. And I cannot wait to catch you say something false and defamatory so I can take action against you. But here's some other dumb stuff you've said. So you've said, for example, that some of the things we've said are wrong. Yet, again, I try to save your reputation today. Next time I will not. I have read through some of the stuff you've said on either SDN or Reddit. You have the same username you're using in both of them. They're completely wrong. Some of the stuff you say, it shows you have absolutely no understanding of admissions. You don't have a good command of the English language. English is a second language for me, and I speak better than you. I can write better than you. You have poor grammar, poor spelling. Most importantly, who cares about that stuff? It's a foreign, right? You don't even understand admissions. Again, I'm not going to say specifics because I'm trying to save your reputation. as much as you hate on us, as much as you've essentially badmouthed us and saying things that are false against us and using our name, I'm not doing that just to save you, but this would be the last warning. Now, I want to end by saying that at the end of the day, it's clear that you're just a coward. Otherwise, you would come and do this. In a public setting, we'll have a live debate like adults, but you don't want that, so you're just a coward. If you change your mind, let us know. You know how to get a hold of me. I'm very easy to get a hold of. But most importantly, for those of you who are watching, how to deal with haters, I want to say that the way I deal with this is I always go back. It's contextual. In this case, this person is just ill-willed and just ignorant and arrogant, probably. But if someone's criticizing you, if it's like, you have to first wait and be like, is it realistic? Do they have the same knowledge as me? Again, this person didn't, had no clue. If they do have the same knowledge, maybe they're trying to help, depending on who they are. If they're family, friends, then maybe you give them a little bit more credit. Obviously, you listen, you ask questions. And if they're polite, they make sense, all great, then good, you make changes. But when it's a situation like this, you have to realize that the person making these comments, whether this person or anyone else, how sad should their life really be that they got nothing to do but day after day after day after day go on and try to put down other people. Like, we got over 100 people working at BMO now. Over 100 people. A company that started with 3 individuals. There's over 100 people. Why are we growing? This is like evidence that we're actually working for the people who actually need our help. And they keep going telling their friends. Most of our growth is word of mouth. Yet you have people that are so hateful, and I just hope that they're able to deal with the hate in their heart, because this type of hate is literally poison. It will eat at you. It will eat at you. You cannot sleep. You cannot eat. You cannot do anything productive. You can't do anything good for society. You cannot improve yourself, because it just completely clouds your judgment. This is why, 2 final thoughts for me, and then we'll see what Meng also has to contribute maybe for this as well. Maybe any thoughts would be appreciated. But if you're ever hating on somebody, stop yourself, because it's not productive. It's better to try to, if they're doing better than you and it's a jealousy thing, try to see how they're doing, learn from them, ask questions. And you could have a healthy competition, or you could just, if it's not even a direct field, at least learn from them. If you're subject to hate, you got to understand and have some sympathy for people who do that, because that means their life is so miserable that they don't get anything out of life except for being a keyboard warrior every day and hateful, not in a helpful way. You could be on a forum and be helpful. There's a lot of people who are helpful. Remember, I told you at the beginning, there's a mad respect for SDN. We sponsor them all the time as an organization, fantastic organization. A lot of moderators are good. It's just this was one person, and in general, some of the other forums and just general users that are just very hateful. And it's not just about BMO. You can see them about anything. Remember, it's not you, it's totally them, and it's something they got to deal with. So don't let that stop you. Keep doing more, and it's probably you're on the right path. So Meng, this was obviously on my mind. I was gonna talk to our fans and the rest of BMO Nation, but did you have any thoughts, any personal experiences, anything else to share with us? How do we deal with this? What do we do with this? Like, as anyone, not just specifically for BMO, I mean, just like in general.
I think you touched on most of the things that I've learned over my lifetime through experiences, but maybe just to recap some of the key things that I think have been very, very helpful for myself. I think it's important to reflect and make sure that your own values are well grounded. Like, you have to, you yourself, you make sure that you're operating on good moral, ethical grounds. So that's the first thing. You make sure that, your goals are clear, and like Behrouz said, that they're productive, they're helpful for yourself, they're helpful for those around you. When you know that for a fact, then you can more easily cut through the crap, so to speak. You can really be able to discern, who is giving you good critical feedback that's going to help you to grow, and who's just kind of dumping on you for no particular reason. For that second class of people, if it puts you down, seek someone else's opinion first, right? Like, talk to someone who is close to you, who knows you, who cares for your well-being and your success, and get their opinion, and that will help you to get out of that funk. And once you've been able to do so, you can rise above it. Maybe you engage with that person in a professional, polite manner to explain yourself. And after that, if they're not amenable to what you're saying, then I say just ignore what they're saying, and, keep your eyes focused on meeting your objectives in life. Keep your eyes focused on your goals, and use quantitative measures of success to help yourself continue to be motivated, like what Behrouz was saying. We look at our Trustpilot reviews, we know that from what our students are saying, who have actually worked with our experts one-on-one, that they're loving what we're doing with them, and they're finding it extremely helpful. We also get students constantly sending us their results. Hey, I got 4th quartile in Casper. Hey, I got invites to X number of interviews. I got into my top program. Those are the indicators that tell us we're doing a great job, and we're actually helping students who are coming to us who need that help. And that makes what the haters are saying a lot less significant, I think.
Very good point. Yeah, at the end of the day, let the results speak for itself. Doesn't matter what anybody says. Who cares? Everybody's always gonna have an opinion. That's just how the world works. Everybody and their dog always has an opinion, even when you don't ask for that opinion. So who cares? That was it. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you got something out of this. If you did, share it with a friend. Subscribe on whatever social media channel you're watching this. I don't even know what other social media. It is like a new social media channel popping every day. So whatever you're into, just subscribe. I'm sure we're on it. And if you have any questions, let us know in the comment section. And hopefully we'll talk to you during the next episode. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Thanks so much for watching. If you'd like us to help you achieve your academic and professional goals, schedule a free strategy call by visiting bmofreestrategy.com. If you have any questions about this video, let us know in the comments section, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Don't forget that we're giving away Amazon gift cards every week to best comments and questions. So comment below for a chance to win.